Humans naturally don't like change, but the ability to adapt and implement new processes is essential for staying competitive. So, how do we ensure everyone's on board when introducing new processes when we're often met with this resistance? To successfully navigate this challenge and ensure buy-in for new processes, we need a strategic approach, y'all. Use these 11 steps to guide you on your quest for buy-in of new processes, initiatives, projects, programs. You get the gist. Number 1, identify all of the stakeholders. Start by identifying all the stakeholders that are involved in the process or project. For this video, let's just continuously say process. This includes all individuals who will be directly impacted by the new process, as well as those who have a vested interest in its success. Number 2, we're going to engage these stakeholders. So what that means is we're going to take them along for the ride from the outset, involve them in discussions early about the need for change and the objectives of this new process. And by actively engaging these stakeholders, by asking them for their help in clarifying what's in it for them, you are going to see this sense of ownership, fostering accountability and trust. Number 3, be open to all sorts of feedback. Open that can of worms, y'all. Encourage, listen to, gather feedback on the proposed process. This feedback can help identify potential pitfalls, areas for improvement, and concerns that need to be addressed prior to implementation. Think of all that rework that we can save. Number 4, we're going to make updates based on these recommendations. So take that feedback received seriously and make necessary changes to the process. Demonstrating responsiveness to this feedback, again, it builds trust and confidence in the process. It creates champions and cheerleaders of the new process, which we love. When stakeholders can identify their specific contributions to the process, they take more ownership of it. And that's whether they are end users, customers, clients, executive leadership team, all the stakeholders, all those people. Number 5, let's review the impact on the actual business. Before finalizing this process, we need to conduct a thorough review to ensure the process provides the desired impact on the business. Weird. Consider factors such as efficiency, effectiveness, and alignment with strategic objectives. Ask yourself whether or not positive impacts are being made to these factors. Number 6, we're going to assess the redundancy of this. Evaluate whether the new process is redundant or overlaps with existing processes. Streamlining these processes eliminates unnecessary steps and reduces confusion among employees. So if the new process is not attacking these pain points, then why bother, y'all? Don't add more work to people's plates because it was a good idea in theory. Number 7, and I think this is really important, determine the value that's added. Assess whether the new process adds value to the organization or not. Is it going to improve productivity, quality, or customer satisfaction? So clearly communicate the benefits of the process to its stakeholders by remembering to reiterate what's in it for them. You'll hear me say that a lot. Number 8, optimize resource utilization. Ooh, fancy terms. What that means is we need to ensure that the new process utilizes our people resources wisely. So consider factors such as workload distribution, skill utilization, resource allocation to maximize that efficiency. Take note of whether or not the new process will need additional skill sets that maybe aren't a current part of the resource pool, and make sure this is brought up to the powers that be. Number 9, communicate effectively. As you take these stakeholders along for the ride from the onset, this part is really just the documented communication that's provided to finalize the new process. So communicate the new process to all stakeholders in a clear and concise manner. Provide information about the purpose of the process, how it's going to be implemented, as well as these expected outcomes. Number 10, train and reiterate. Reinforce this process on an ongoing basis to ensure consistency and compliance. Training is not a one and done thing, y'all. Provide training and resources to help everyone understand and implement the process effectively. Make training materials as easily accessible as possible for reference. Ensure these training materials are updated when the process evolves based on business needs, which leads to number 11, regular review and update. Finally, schedule regular reviews of the process to identify areas for improvement and updates as needed. Business environments are meant to be dynamic, and processes should also evolve accordingly to these new business needs in order to remain effective. By involving stakeholders, taking them along for the ride, ensuring that we know, hey, what's in it for them, and communicating it effectively, we can ensure that these new processes are embraced and actually contribute to the forward momentum of the organization. Till next time, y'all. Hasta luego. Have questions? Comment below. We actually respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our Path to Summit channel for more project management tips, tricks, and software tutorials.